What really makes an animal a hero? Is it pure instinct, unbreakable loyalty? Or is it something deeper that we're only just beginning to understand? Get ready for the moments that show us the unbelievable truth. Today, we're recounting down the most jaw-dropping moments when animals, both our own pets and the ones we only see in the wild, became unexpected saviors. From a pride of lions that protected a kidnapped child to an elephant that knew its tsunami was coming, these are the true stories of animal heroes you'll never forget. These tales don't just warm your heart, they completely change how we think about animal intelligence and empathy, proving that the instinct to protect isn't just a human thing. They say a dog is man's best friend, but some felines are just as fearless. In Bakersfield, California, 4-year-old Jeremy Triantafilo was just playing on his tricycle when a neighbor's dog viciously attacked, grabbing him by the leg. Before his mom could even scream, the family cat, Tara, launched herself out of the house like a furry cannonball. She body-slammed the much larger dog and chased it away, then immediately returned to check on the little boy. When the home surveillance footage hit the internet, Tara was instantly and deservedly hailed as a hero. But cats don't just protect us from other animals. Another heroic feline, a calico Angora, saved her entire family from a raging house fire. As deadly smoke filled their home, she frantically pounced on her sleeping owner, refusing to give up until the woman woke up and got her family to safety. Of course, not all heroes have fur. Some have a snout and a curly tail. When Joanne Altsman suffered a massive heart attack, she collapsed, completely unable to call for help. Her 150-pound pot-bellied pig, Lulu, knew something was desperately wrong. Squeezing her large body through a tiny doggy door, Lulu bolted into the street and laid down right in the middle of traffic, trying to get anyone to stop. Finally, after several cars swerved around her, one driver stopped. Lulu then led him straight to the house where Joanne was lying helpless on the floor. Doctors later said that if help had arrived just 15 minutes later, she wouldn't have made it. That protective instinct isn't just reserved for our pets. You can find it in the wildest corners of the globe. In the freezing Canadian wilderness, a young boy named Real Gindin watched in horror as his parents' boat capsized, leaving him stranded and alone. As night fell, he lay on the cold ground, certain he would freeze. But then he felt warm, furry bodies snuggling up against him. When he awoke, he discovered that 3 wild beavers had huddled with him through the night, their shared body heat saving him from the lethal cold. Thousands of miles away, another incredible rescue happened at sea. You'd think a Hollywood legend like Dick Van Dyke would have some wild stories, but this one might top them all. He fell asleep on his surfboard and drifted so far out he couldn't see land. Just as panic started to set in, he saw fins slicing through the water, but they weren't sharks. A pod of porpoises had appeared and began nudging him and his board, gently pushing him all the way back to shore. Halfway through, which animal's bravery has shocked you the most? Tell us below. Sometimes, the animals we fear the most become the most compassionate protectors. In 1996, a 3-year-old boy tragically slipped and fell nearly 20 feet into the gorilla enclosure at the Brookfield Zoo. As terrified onlookers held their breath, a 150-pound female gorilla named Binti Jua approached the unconscious child. With her own baby clinging to her back, she gently cradled the boy, shielding him from the other territorial gorillas. She then carried him to a service door and handed him over to the waiting zookeepers. Her maternal instincts completely overrode any aggression. Then, in 2004, the world watched in horror as a massive tsunami struck the coast of Thailand. 8-year-old Amber Owen was on the beach, enjoying a ride on an elephant named Ning Nong. Suddenly, the elephant grew agitated. It sensed the danger long before any person did. As the sea pulled back in that eerie, telltale sign, Ning Nong turned and bolted for higher ground, carrying Amber on his back just moments before the catastrophic wave crashed ashore. Our final story is perhaps the most unbelievable of all. In Ethiopia in 2005, A 12-year-old girl was kidnapped by men intending to force her into marriage. After being held for a week and brutally beaten, her captors were moving her when her cries were heard by a completely unexpected rescue party, a pride of 3 lions. The lions charged, chasing the men away. But instead of harming the terrified girl, they simply lay down and stood guard over her for half a day until police arrived. When help finally came, the lions calmly melted back into the forest. Now, no one can say for sure why they did it, but some wildlife experts have a theory. They believe the girl's whimpering may have sounded like a lion cub, triggering the pride's powerful protective instincts. So from our own living rooms to the wild plains of Africa, what can we take away from all this? These animals, whether they're our companions or wild beasts, have shown us that courage and empathy aren't limited by species. Their intelligence and bravery are a powerful reminder of the deep, and often mysterious, connection we share with the animal kingdom. If these stories touched your heart, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with another animal lover.